enthusiasts, how are you doing? So part 11 of the Classic Mini Winter Workshop, welcome back, and thank you very much to Paul P, who has a vlog over on YouTube as well on classic minis and other fabrications and car projects he does. He plugged my channel last week, and since then I've had 50 new subscribers, so that's absolutely amazing. Thanks very much, Paul P, and hello to all the new subscribers. I do hope you like my videos, and I'll try and keep you updated with regular content. So here, the Classic Mini Winter Workshop project, which I started a couple of months ago, is almost done now, but I've got some great news. So there's some other big projects coming up. So Vinny, my other car, which is kind of a track car, last week I got a full carbon fibre roof for that car. So that's going to be a project in the next few weeks or few months. I'll be fitting a full roll cage in that. I'll be chopping the roof completely out and fitting a carbon fibre roof, so I'm sure that'll be interesting to some of you guys. And also later on in the year, I've been meaning to do it for years and years and years, and I think this will be the year. That car's going to get nitrous on it. I want to get that done in time for Santa Pod. And of course, since last week, I'm sure all of you enjoyed Bingley Hall Mini Fair, and I'm sure it's been a busy week fitting your new parts on your cars. And so on to this week's progress. It's been a little bit quiet. I was really busy during the week, again away from home for most of the week, so managed to get a few bits done this weekend, which I'll show you in a moment. Okay, so just before I put the wheel arch back on the back here, I did notice there was a couple of bits of loose paint, so I've taken them off. I've put some rust treatment on them and just put a layer of primer on there. That's been left to dry for 24 hours. And I wasn't sure what to do about painting it, because obviously I could mask it up and spray it, but it's probably a bit overkill, seeing you can never see that anyway, it's behind the arch. So all I did was just mix up some of the spray paint in a paint lid like this, and I'll just brush paint that on and we'll see how it goes. Good little tip for if you're ever going to do this: just spray the spray paint into a paint lid like this, just leave it for 20 minutes, half an hour, somewhere warm, and it will just thicken it up, because out the spray can obviously it's quite thin, but if you leave it for a bit, let it thicken up, and it's easier to brush paint on. So there we go, quite pleased with that. It's not a perfect match, but it was only with a brush, but it looks much better now. Just spray some wax oil on there, get the arch back on, and we're done. Hi guys, so a quick update on a few bits I got from Bingley Hall. Didn't get a great deal to be honest, but just some essentials if you could call them that. So from Ruthless Sticky Fingers, they do some really good decals. I've got the original John Cooper garages, obviously it's not original, it's a copy, rear dealer window sticker, so obviously that's in reversible, so it looks much better on the car. I also got the multifunction relay box. There's nothing wrong with my old one, it worked perfectly okay, but the clips that hold it onto the top of the brake servo underneath were broken. That seems quite common, I think, so I managed to get a second-hand one. Clips are good on it, it's very good actually, and I just swapped over the K&N sticker. That seems to work okay, so that was 18 quid. It's not bad actually, because I think they're about 85-90 quid for a brand new one, so that'll be fine. And I got 2 more sets of wheel arch rubber trims. I could have reused the old ones, but they're not perfect, they're a little bit cracked in that, so while I was up there save on the postage, I thought I'd get a couple of new MG Rover ones. And then finally I've got a boot board kit. I don't know what you call it yet, boot kit, something like that. It has got one in there already, but it's just old and worn out. I think it's probably pretty much the same age of the car, because it's got a bit of a ICE sound install in the back with an amplifier and that. So I think this was all done at the same time, but it's just old, doesn't look that great, doesn't fit very well anymore. So I've got a new one. I've got it from Optimize Automotive. I think the stuff they do is really good actually. I've not tried it before, but it just seems a little bit better quality. So I think Huddersfield had them up there as well for they're about 40 quid. This one was 45, so we'll see how it goes. I think it's maybe a little bit better quality. Not quite sure where each bit goes yet, but I'll hopefully add a video on me fitting that to the car, so if you ever buy one you've got some idea. Okay guys, so there's the rear window sticker I was talking about that I got up at Bingley Hall. So it's obviously a replica sticker, but it's got the correct address on there in Ferring where this car would have been made originally, so that's pretty cool. Just moving on, now finished the wheel arch on the back there. Took a lot longer than I thought it was going to take. Ended up doing a bit of welding in the end, quite a lot of tidying up, but it's really good now, it's great, I'm really pleased with it. New rubber trim on there, so that fits really nicely. It just looks great, really pleased with that. Obviously nice new or refurbished wheel on there, got new wheel nuts as well, new centre cap, new dust cap, so looks like brand new. Really pleased with that. Now just hopefully the other side won't be as bad. I've had a feel underneath and it doesn't feel quite as crusty as this side, so you never know, but hopefully it'll be much quicker and easier to do than this side. Okay, so fast forward an hour or so, might even be a couple of hours. I'm so glad I was able to do this job outside today. It's not raining and it's quite dry out, but Make such a flipping mess doing this. So basically that's cleaning off all the mud and muck from around the subframe, and any loose paint, any loose sealer, rubbing that off, wire brushing it, just seeing what's behind it. So there's a couple of little bits, so wherever there's been loose sealer I've just rubbed it off and rubbed it back to where I can see either clean metal or primer light around there. So same on this closing panel at the back here, and I'm glad to say, really glad to say, couldn't find any holes. So up the top here again it was quite horrible this side, so I've rubbed it back to where it's decent metal, but really pleased no holes because I hate having to get the welder out.